again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And it's third down.
Able to find Switzer. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
Saints.
Back to throw again. And he'll get this underneath to Scott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And the Ravens lead it 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Saints nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Yards. And the Saints 1st down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And 2 at the 28-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Saints.
On the carry, this is Scott. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Palardy. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
15. 1st down, New Orleans.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard
line. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Here's 2nd and 10. Able to hook up there. Incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
3-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Jackson from the shotgun. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
3-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throw here out of the gun. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they run the option on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Boston
16 yards, a 1st down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And the Saints 1st down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Switzer. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run with Hunt. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down, here's the option. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
makes the score Ravens 14, Saints 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, those from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 17-yard line.
St. Brown.
A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
The Saints 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now an option play on 2nd down. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now it's Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for number 30. Incomplete.
Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Jackson to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Saints 17. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
19 yards. First down, Saints.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking long for Tom. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
42 yards on the play.
This play started with the protection. You have to have it to give your quarterback time to let routes develop downfield. And then it's on him to locate an open man, and he does just that. Play callers love 4 vertical routes because receivers can be open at any time downfield, often for big gains.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Going quickly here to Thomas. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
13-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Second and 11. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Patrick Queen in there to drop him for a loss on the play. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
52's the mic right here, right? 52's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. That's out to the left flat and complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
52's the mic, boys. 52's.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Jackson going to take this himself. Flushed out right. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. That's a nice explosive play there. And this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
Carl Nassib there on the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
A 3rd quarter now, at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw here on first down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Brings up
a lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
It's third down and 10 yards.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, he's got a man. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Ryan Switzer, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Back to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
28. Ravens 21. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. A little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignments, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs, because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's getting the quarterback? Who's getting the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This will work quite well on that play.
Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And 12 at the Saints' 16-yard line.
Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. Forced out to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. This is something that we've seen from Lamar Jackson since back in his Louisville days. He can be so dangerous with the RPO.
Yeah, and whoever designed the RPOs, it's almost like they had a guy like Lamar Jackson in mind because of his ability to do everything. He can tuck it and throw it. He can tuck it and run it. He can hand it off inside when he gets the right read. Bottom line is most teams want him to hand it off because when he takes off and goes, he can break down a defense.
So that'll back him up 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
The 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now a high kick trying to pin them back. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They'll try and run the option. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And they'll on the option to start the drive.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 25-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A short throw caught by Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, report.
Throwing now is Jackson. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Jackson going to run. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Saints, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.